When I was teaching at this music school, running this music school in Cape Town, this was at the height of apartheid. The school was for white kids, and I was paid by the white government, and I was not allowed to teach black kids, or colored kids as we called people of color, at that school. But I did it anyway over the weekends in my private time. During that time, I was absolutely determined to start a project similar to the drum corps program in the U.S., which I discovered when I was at Ithaca College. I saw the drum corps marching bands on the field, and I thought if we could do something like that for the kids in the black townships in South Africa who have natural talent, natural everything, but zero opportunity and no lifestyle that they could develop any kind of dreams. They have no role models. They're going to terrible schools. They live in terrible squalor in squatter camps. If we could introduce the drum corps to them, that would change their lives. Make a long story short, I found a really big national sponsor, created 12 bands in 12 different townships, and currently, I don't know, 25 years later, 30 years later, that program serves about 5,000 to 6,000 kids every single year. And what these kids do, the criteria is you show up, not you audition. It's not for the talented few. It's if you're okay to make the commitment every week when it's band practice time and the truck arrives. Now remember, this is a township, a squatter camp. We literally had a truck arrive with instruments, unpack the instruments on a soccer field, a dust soccer field, and the kids would just show up. They don't get dropped off by parents. They don't get dropped off by buses. They walk. So for them to show up was what I wanted, because that's lesson number one. Commit yourself to something and see it through. And they did that. So they show up, we practice. Now there's national competitions. It's phenomenal. And it's called the Field Band Foundation in South Africa. We decided to call them field bands because of where they practice. I'm very proud of that project. It's changed thousands of lives. It's still doing it. It's a life empowering project. It's not about music. Music is the tool. Music and movement, because as you know, drum corps, they wave flags. If you can't play a bugle, you can beat a drum. If you can't beat a drum, you can wave a flag. But there's something for everybody to do. I'm very proud of that project, and it was a lot of fun to do it. I was in the townships working with these kids, seeing how their eyes opened, seeing how when they first unpacked that tuba or that trumpet or that marimba, they couldn't believe what they were holding in their hands. We gave every kid a mouthpiece to take home, so they could go and buzz on the mouthpiece at home and practice. Because of their home circumstances, they couldn't take the tuba home. Anyway, so that's the project I'm most proud of, and it was a lot of fun. The fun thing about that is, after about 2 or 3 years, some of the senior kids started teaching the junior kids, and right now it's run and all the teachers are ex-members.